Moreton is one of Queensland's most visited islands off the coast of Brisbane. But if you've ever wondered what's the cheapest way to get to Moreton Island, then you've come to the right place. With that said, since I'm a Brisbane local who's visited Moreton plenty of different ways over the years, I'm here to tell you the cheapest way isn't always the best for everyone. So in today's video, I will detail 4 different ways to get there, starting with the cheapest, isolating some of the pros and cons of each, and helping you find which one is the best for your situation. Brisbane is a gateway to several beautiful islands off the coast of Queensland, including Moreton Island. It only has a small population, camping sites, the Tangalooma Island Resort, along with kilometres of national park areas to explore. But ultimately, the cheapest way to get to Moreton Island from Brisbane is by riding the MyCat passenger ferry, which costs about $38 per adult each way from the Port of Brisbane. This passenger ferry departs from 14 Howard Smith Drive on the southern side of the Brisbane River and docks a short distance away from the Tangalooma wrecks. It takes approximately 90 minutes to get there and will spend about 10 to 15 minutes unloading the cars and passengers. Now, the MyCat ferry operates on a demand-based timetable. So during busy period, it can operate up to 5 times a day, but it only runs once a day during quiet times, twice a day on Fridays and Sundays, and offers no trips at all on a Wednesday. But please keep in mind that the ferry seats can get booked out months ahead during busy periods, so ensure to lock it in when you know your dates. Please note that this is also the way that everyone uses to camp in the national park on the island. The MyCat ferry is also the 4-wheel drive vehicle transport, which obviously costs a lot more when you have car transport and permits to drive. But once you get to the island, you can stay in one of the many camping sites all over the different areas in the national park. As for the pros and cons, I have the following. Starting with the pros, we have obviously it's the cheapest and suitable for travellers on a strict budget. The ferry ride offers a scenic journey to the island. Onboard passengers have access to the ferry saloon deck where they can buy snacks and drinks. The ferry is the only vessel that drops off the passengers near the Tangalooma wrecks. And it's the perfect option for visitors who just want to snorkel around the shipwrecks and hang out on the beach for the day. As for the cons, visitors will not have access to the Tangalooma resort facilities unless you buy a casual day pass before. If you have purchased the casual day pass, this is inconveniently a 30 to 40 minute walk away from the wrecks. Your only bathroom is a few hundred metres away at the public camping site. Visitors have to bring their own food or water as there's no shops or conveniences near the wrecks. Or you can purchase things on the MyCat on the way over, but I find these limiting and only quick snack food, not always the cheapest either. You have to bring your own snorkeling gear and other water activity equipment. Gear rentals are only available during slow periods, and priority is given to people on paid tours. This includes the masks, snorkel, fins, wetsuits and kayaks. While the wrecks are not that far from the beach, you do have to swim 5 to 10 minutes each way out to them first before exploring the wrecks themselves. There's very little shade on the beach, so bring your own if you need it. While there are sand dunes nearby, they're not that safe for sand tobogganing and it's too far to walk to the safer ones. There is limited public transportation to the Port of Brisbane, which is 40 minutes from Brisbane CBD. Guests will either have to drive or ride in a taxi or an Uber. Although if you are driving, I recommend early for parking as there is limited paid parking in the facility at $20 a day or free street parking, which could mean anything up to another kilometre of walking to get to the MyCat ferry. If you've booked at the resort, then you're definitely better off taking the Tangalooma flyer. This is generally packaged with room costs as well. So aside from that option, there are 3 more ways you can get to Moreton Island. While they may not be the cheapest, I personally find them more convenient. Therefore, it just depends on your situation and what you're looking for on your day trip. So starting off, I think the second best way to get to Moreton Island and explore the Tangalooma wrecks is by joining an organised tour. These tours also take the MyCat passenger ferry, and you can look into it more by using the blog linked in the description below. But as for the pros on this one, well, you get to meet other travellers in your group. Tours can offer complimentary lunches and snacks. Gear rental is included in the cost of your ticket, including snorkeling, mask, fins, a see-through kayak, and the sand tobogganing, so you don't have to bring your own. One of the best reasons is they actually have a jet ski rider to taxi you out to the wrecks, which ultimately saves extra time swimming out to the wrecks, and you just need to look out for them when you want to go back to the beach. There is an option to use one of the see-through kayaks around the wrecks, which is especially good if you don't want to snorkel. Plus, they have a four-wheel drive bus that takes you through the sandy tracks into the sand dunes for a spot of tobogganing, which can be a whole lot of fun. So when it comes to the cons for this one, it is a higher cost because you would also be paying for the tour guide service, the four-wheel drive bus into the dunes, and the activities. Organised tours work on schedules, which may cause conflicts with your other plans. You are split into groups and arranged around activities. You only get a certain amount of time on each activity. There is less flexibility and you won't be doing your own thing. And overall, it's a very busy day with little to no downtime to sit back and relax. My third option to Moreton is to ride the Tangalooma Flyer catamaran to the pier located at the resort. This option is the best for travellers who want to take a day trip with extra facilities or even stay on the island overnight. Prices start at $44 per person one way, but are more cost effective when packaged together with other activities, especially on the day tours. You can ride the ferry from the terminal, which is located at Holt Street in Pinkenba, Brisbane, and drop you off at the pier or jetty in front of the resort. They have their own paid secure parking facility, which is $20 a day at Holt Street, or you can use the limited free parking on the street. These catamarans can carry up to 180 passengers and reach the island in approximately 75 minutes. There are 4 boat services daily that depart from Brisbane, so you can either catch as early as 7:30 a.m. or as late as 5:30 p.m, especially for the overnighters. However, day trip tours are the perfect arrangement, with the ferry leaving the Tangalooma jetty at around 7 p.m. to come back to Brisbane, or only after the dolphin feeding experience has finished. Also know that the Tangalooma Island Resort is your only resort on Moreton Island, and it has a range of different accommodations that you can choose from. If you're looking for a budget-friendly option, you can get a run-of-the-house room or a standard hotel starting from around $200 a night. However, if you want a taste of luxury or breathtaking views in the morning, book a deluxe hotel suite, family suite, resort unit, penthouse or beachfront villa. I've stayed here plenty of times over the years and always had a lovely time away. An interesting fact too, this resort was also used in the filming of the first Scooby-Doo movie in 2002, or namely Spooky Island, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. Pros for taking the trip would be boat time is slightly faster than the MyCat. The ferry drops you off directly at the resort. There are plenty of bathrooms and facilities in the day use area or resort bars and restaurant. Day trip tours includes a casual pass to all resort facilities and special use of a day trip area with showers, towels, TV, coffee and a lounge area. There are a few different restaurants and cafes where you can purchase food, and there's also a bar area for drinks. Other things to do in the resort are helicopter flights, quad bikes, and Segway tours down the beach. There are also a couple of swimming pools, free non-motorised water sports, the sand tobogganing tours, and the famous dolphin feeding every night after sunset. Some of these can all be packaged together as part of your day trip tour to make it cheaper. But if you are a resort guest, then you have your luggage transported to you from the accommodation for free, and you don't have to carry these on board yourself. The cons to doing it this way would be transfer fees are a little bit more expensive than the MyCat, $38 to $44, but other activities and foods can also cost you more at the resort. There is no public transportation to the Tangalooma Island Resort ferry terminals. If snorkeling the Tangalooma wrecks is high on your list, know they are a 2-kilometre walk along the beach from the resort, which takes about 30 to 40 minutes each way. Plus the time to swim out to the wrecks and snorkel, then you're almost looking at a 2 to 3 hour return out of your day. There are options to take the resort's boat transfers to the wrecks, but this will be at an extra charge and needs to be booked in advance. While I don't think snorkeling the wrecks is ideal from the resort area, if you are staying on the island, then there's plenty of time. Now, my final option would be hiring your own boat to go to Moreton Island and take a private tour. This option is perfect for large groups who would love to have a private day trip to the island and do your own thing. While I haven't hired a boat myself, I do see other boats all the time. Surprisingly, some of the private providers even come with a boat operator, so all you need to do is just sit back and relax and enjoy the scenic views. The pros to this is that you can start and finish in your own time schedule, a more relaxed environment, provides the ultimate convenience and privacy to the passengers, and allows you to travel to Moreton Island at your own pace and in your own time. The cons would be that the costs are the most expensive in all my options today and way higher than the MyCat passenger ferry, and access to the resort facilities will not be included unless you purchase a casual day pass. While islands off the Queensland coast can be costly, there are ways to find budget-friendly options or something to suit your needs. So I hope I've helped you find the cheapest way to get to Moreton Island today, but if you're still looking for other day trips from Brisbane, please click for the video here. Otherwise, thanks a bunch for watching everyone, and I will see you for the next one.